Okay, Zhiyun, whatever you wanna call them, has launched some innovative products in the past, true. And even I own one of their products, which is Crane 2, which has a maximum payload capacity of 3.2 kg, and it's a big heavy gimbal, no doubt in that. But there was one problem which I always faced. I wanted to carry it in my trips. I wanted to carry it for light casual shooting, but I cannot because it's so heavy. I tried, I was so excited. I used it in one of my trips. The videos will be uploading very soon, and I had to give up in half an hour because it's a cumbersome device to carry on your one hand or two hands, whatever, and it makes you feel like give up. So I had to keep it back in the bag. But this product, the Crane M2, which they have launched, will solve a lot of problems. Maybe you are a vlogger, maybe you are a casual shooter, you are on a trip or whatever, man. If you don't want to do a push-up all the time while you are actually shooting, this is an ultimate product. It's so lightweight and it's 3-in-1. It can handle your GoPro, it can handle your mobile, it can handle your lightweight mirrorless cameras like Sony 6500, 6600, 6400, 6300, 6000, 6100, Canon G7X Mark II, Sony RX100 Mark II, 3, 5, 6, 7, whatever. I mean, point and shoots or lightweight mirrorless cameras. I mean, the maximum payload capacity is around 734 grams if I remember correctly. So it gives quite a lot of bandwidth what you can balance on this gimbal. So let's unbox this wonderful piece of tech. So luckily this time we have this product available in India too, and that's very soon considering it was launched recently. So there you see some details about the importer, the manufacturer, the date of import and the price. So the price you see here is in INR, but I think overall in the world it costs about $250 to $300 depending upon the region you are buying and the discounts going on. So I will not bore you with the unboxing stuff. There is a plastic wrapper, which means it has been untempered at least. That is what I. So there we have a hard thermocol box, and it's good enough to protect it. So on the sides you see there is a 3-in-1 compatibility listed, like you can use it for GoPro or for mobile phones or for your lightweight cameras like point and shoots and mirrorless. And again on the side you have the information about some quick handling, like where is the USB port, where is the OLED screen. This is a good touch since nobody reads these booklets which are provided with the box, I guess. And then there's a warranty card, there's a booklet, there's a service card, and finally we have here a very sturdy box made up out of thermocol, I guess, hard thermocol, thermoplastic. So this is a very sturdy case, as you can hear with the knock sound. It's kind of a thermocol material but a hard one, and inside, and there you have your Crane M2. Let's see what's inside the box. So there you have multiple slots for keeping your product in place if you are traveling with a box, which I am doubtful you will do because mostly you will keep it inside the bag. And this is a very important screw. It is used to mount your mobile phone, your camera and everything inside that, so don't lose that. And then we are using here Type-C USB cable, which is a good touch considering we are moving to a new standards. And here is a strap which you can use to, I guess, hold your gimbal. Nothing too fancy, but yeah, a good gimbal strap. And here we have a tripod, a mini tripod to hold your gimbal in place if you are keeping it on somewhere, and it can help you in several other operations like holding your mobile if you are not using your gimbal. And it has a very good rubber finish on the top, so it keeps in place when you have twisted locked the gimbal. And the legs are sturdy, and we have the new quick release plate. This is kind of a new, designed by Zhiyun. I mean, I have never seen this kind of plate quick release system anywhere else. And it also has the same rubber feet on the top and the markings. Finally, the gimbal itself. It's quite lightweight and it's top heavy after all, because the top is made up of metal and the bottom is mostly plastic but a good quality one, and the grip is a rubber finish. And then there is a mounting screw in the bottom. And then there are several other buttons, quick latches, as you can see. A quick shiny finish, good touch in terms of aesthetics. Good finish, and the body is also quite sturdy. I mean, it's overall a good gimbal. And this is the bracket which will hold your mobile. It's also made up of metal and has the same rubber feet or grip everywhere which you will see throughout this gimbal. And this is the tripod mount. And this whole surface is made up of metal, so this gimbal screams quality in the first look, in the first appearance. This is a strong bracket and it can at least hold 6.5 inches mobiles. And this big button which you see in the back, triple clicking it will put it into the selfie mode, so the camera will turn towards you. And on the side we have a 1/4 inch screw mount where you can expand it with your extra accessories like putting in your mic. On the side you have a zoom control which is available on few models. This texture is having a rubber finish to it. And likewise, this joystick helps you in several modes or while navigation. And this is the button which you will have to slide up, hold in for a second to power it on. And this is the menu button. Now if you see the crane, this is the lock. So earlier if you keep it in the bag, it will keep on rotating, but this lock locks the whole system in place. So basically you can keep it in your bag without having to worry about its rotating. It gives you a feeling of stability and it being sturdy. It's very easy, just lock it, and there is a small pin kind of plastic piece I get, as I can see it, which holds it in place. So unlock it, use it, lock it, revolve, rotate it, and it will lock it again. And this is how you unlock it. And if you can see here, these grooves are the one which keep it in place when you lock it. These particular grooves and that metal piece, a small metal piece, it also has a functionality. On the third axis there is a small opening, and this is the base where these grooves fit in to lock it in place. So you rotate this red latch and put it in place, press it hard, and then lock it. Simple. And this is the one which is used to remember your positions on the roll axis. So if you decide to keep it in the bag, just put it on your last setting. Simple. Although the clearance I would see in all these axes is not so great, I mean, you cannot expect to go on extreme angles and it will still not collide, so that is something you need to take care of. Now, this new quick release plate system, for that you cannot just directly enter. You have to loosen this lower latch, rotate it, this piece of metal, it becomes loose as you can see, and this is the one which will tighten it up when you finally fix your quick release plate. So loosen it up and then press that silver button there, and that's it. It goes inside and it's locked, so you cannot accidentally just get it off your gimbal. It locks it in place, so those grooves come in handy, and that is how you lock it. And these rubber grips put your device in place. In the beginning you need to balance each axis of your gimbal. It's a one-time setup, so you'll know for sure like what settings work best for you. And for now I will try to balance a mobile in it. I use a bracket to hold it in place, and this is where you will fit in your mobile. So there are two groups, you can use the smaller one or you can use the bigger one. Just experiment, I would say, and I would not bore you with the balancing which I'm doing right now. If you want, I can make a detailed video about that, but I guess you will somehow manage it. It's not such a difficult job. You have to just balance each axis one by one. And finally, here we go. I try to turn it off and it gets balanced. It's the first run even I am having in front of the camera. So there are several modes to it. There's this POV mode. All the axes are loose. You can move it in all the direction. It's a very good mode if you want to get in some cinematic without the restriction of axis. And then I have balanced a small camera, a mirrorless Nexus 6 camera with its kit lens. And as you can see, the clearance which I was talking about is very limited, so it strikes if I move it on the extreme end, but it balances it pretty well. As you can see, I am in a go mode. It's the mode which is supposed to move the axis in a quick way so you can access the action. Now putting on the vertex mode, and it is a difficult mode considering the motor has to do a lot of action to rotate the camera, and it is able to do that even with this mirrorless camera. So that means these motors are powerful enough to function in the long run and give you all the benefits of those modes. And this is a lock mode. As you can see, the camera is locked into the position. It will not move in any direction. So there you have it, guys. If you want a detailed explanation of how to balance each GoPro mobile and camera, I will post it soon, and a detailed review which will showcase how to use this, what are the problems with the gimbal, what are the best settings, how to use it to get those smooth cinematic shots. That will be the next video which I am going to upload very soon. So till then, if you loved the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, tell me the reason and I will try to improve upon the next time. So till then, please subscribe, share, and see you then. Bye.